Wasn't there somebody out there that, Amos, that said I slurped my coffee? This is for you. I think I just choked. Bad news. No, not really bad news. It's Labor Day. Oh, makes me so tired. Means the summer is over, officially. I think it's 289 days left until summer starts again, like real summer. Good morning, Patricia. You're awfully perky. Hi, Nicole. And, oh, well, I've got to clean up around here, and it looks bad. My parents are leaving after me, though. We're at their condo, which is always good, because whoever leaves last is under a real obligation to remember a lot of things. So the goal is to leave first, even though you don't want to leave first. Ooh, and there's a lot of jellyfish in the water. We've had several stings. Okay. Jellyfish don't hurt as bad as man of war. But Amos getting stung by a jellyfish doesn't make me particularly excited. Russell, of course, now has a whole new legitimate reason why he can't leave his bed. He has a rash. Rashes from being in the ocean. And, anyway. Hey, Lisa Douglas, he's done in. I mean, how are we going to get up tomorrow? There's alarm clocks. Have to get Amos to school. Then have to take Russell to get braces on Wednesday. Tomorrow night we have a middle school meeting. Amos, say hi.
Hi, truck.
Hi, truck.
Hi, truck.
Hi, truck. And a soccer draft. I can't take all these things in real life. And then I need to start working and getting ready for talks. Thank goodness I'm not running for office. Though I am sort of feel a little bit sad about it. Could always run at the last minute. Yesterday, a senator reached out to me, Erica Smith, to do a talk for her. She's the incumbent. She's a woman. She's a teacher. You think I should do that? If I do these talks for these senator people, do you think then they'll let me be on some important board where I get to boss people? And not get paid, I guess. But it still would be fun. Oh, God, Drew Lockridge is here wanting free pencils. Anyway, y'all are exhausting me with these McCain comments. I can't take it. I mean, at this point, I'm just too prideful to concede defeat that I shouldn't be judging someone's grief. I mean, I just can't back up now. Got to stand firm in my beliefs. No, I did read a really good article this morning. Somebody sent me, and it was in the New York Times about how McCain has become like a superhero since he died. And I like McCain, but I was like, I think I've become that person. Drew, but I want you to have pencils. And if I didn't loathe the post office, I would mail you some. If I send anybody something from the post office, consider me going to the post office bigger than whatever I send you. Maybe it's because I take Amos to the post office. It's awful. Anyway. Now, the article was like, you know, McCain has kind of been elevated as a superhero and always has because he was this wonderful, amazing veteran. He obviously survived something. But the press protected him, which I think the press protecting people is such an interesting, conversation to have. Do you remember they said that with John Edwards? Lots of people have been protected. Who else? Who was that actor? He was an actor that ended up being gay a long time ago. Rock Hudson. My dad always said, oh yeah, he was always protected. Like the press wasn't going to rat him out. Anyway, I just think that's an interesting conversation to have. And somebody said, McCain should have invited, Palin should have been invited. That was mean. They're probably right. It probably was sort of mean. I mean, I can see why they invite Trump, but Palin probably should have been invited. Anyway. I don't begrudge anyone any grief or tears. Don't forget that. I don't. And some people said, I'm very surprised at you. Don't be. I mean, I'm nice when it counts. I'm like nice to dogs and children. Anyway, now let's move on to the next conversation. The next conversation is about the gender pay gap. Y'all excited to talk about this? So this doctor, Gary, I don't know if it's Tigges or Tigges, Tigges. Now, don't send me any messages saying that I'm social media shaming. I mean, you people with the social media shaming, I'm going to make a list about people that bug me, and y'all are going to be on it. Gary made this comment to a magazine, to the Houston Journal of Medicine, or some Journal of Medicine, and they asked him to submit a comment for an article. So he submits his comment in writing, and then he says, well, my words were taken out of context. He typed his response. He was told what the question was for a journal article. Then he said, I didn't know it was going to be used. And then he said, well, I took Ambien. And now he's issued an apology. So I posted that last night, kind of late, because I was so intrigued with it. And people are like, well, women work less, they should be paid less. Okay, let me just give you a little. I'm going to read you what he wrote, okay? So the question is, what do we do about female pay gap? Yeah, and he says this, quote, yes, there is a pay gap. Female physicians do not work as hard and do not see as many patients as male physicians. This is because they choose to, or they simply don't want to be rushed. Most of the time, their priority is something else. Family, social, whatever. Nothing needs to be done about this unless female physicians want to work harder and put in the hours. Want to work harder and put in the hours. Now, did you all hear that? Because some people commenting are really struggling with that concept. This is not just about hours. Yes, if you work as a part-time physician, hello, you'll be paid less. We all know this, right? Work harder. Who is Gary Tigges, or whoever he is, to decide who works harder and who doesn't? So somebody this morning was commenting, well, that women do work harder, they see less people. Seeing less people is not working less hard. There's a reason that NIH produced a study that said mortality rates are lower when women see people, because women follow clinical guidelines, they spend more time, they do more discussion with people. Of course, the study was with old people, but still, they were less likely to be readmitted to the hospital and less likely to die. That's not working less hard. That's actually working harder. So really, they should be paid more. This is not about hours. He says, want to work harder and put in the hours. So stop commenting on my post. So one woman says, well, he didn't mean for people to see that. Why do people defend this shit? Sorry, Amos. It's so annoying. I mean, I like to put up something just to find somebody out there that can defend it. I mean, it's like you people are smoking crack in the morning. God, it's annoying. Sorry. And I'm foul. And you know what? I might be foul all of September because going back to school makes me foul. And secretly, I'm sort of pissed that I can't be, I tried instant Folgers. I'm kind of pissed that I can't run for lieutenant governor or superintendent of education. And you know why I can't? Because I am a woman. And we all know that the women, the majority of us, not everybody, we run the shit show at home. I mean, I can't do that. I don't live in Raleigh. So basically, the whole thing is set up for people in the capital to work or not raise their children. And I don't want to do that. Anyway, and it kind of stinks. So for somebody to say women just don't work hard, that makes me mad. Now, thank you, Armstead. The starting salary of female physicians is lower in private practice. I know. And the idea that it's because you see less patients? Anyway, I think patients should know that doctors are dealing with that and say, you know what? No, that's not fair. If you don't want people to see something, don't put it in writing. I mean, I'm sorry, people, but if you do something annoying, you're going to get caught. Now, the best part about this is people are defending him. And then I was like, well, he's apologized for his comments. So now do you disagree with him or agree with him now? Anyway, now, he has a history. You always want to look at somebody's Twitter feed. So his Twitter feed, oh, it's no good. Now, how does a physician get by with this? He evidently is a Republican. He says to Deborah Messing, you know Deborah Messing from Will and Grace? I don't know what she said, but here's what he said to her. Poor dipshit, ignorant Debbie. Keep acting. It's the only thing you know how to do. Tell your Mexican immigrant maid hello for me. That's not nice. Now, here he says this. All you liberals should get a job and stop sucking off my taxpayer dollars. Another low IQ Democratic supporter. So many of you out there, stop breeding already. Well, Lord, now all you Democrats, people that are defending him, now are going to come out and kill him. Anyway, see, it shouldn't matter about politics. Doesn't matter to me. That's mean. Y'all think I'm mean. I don't say stuff like that. Saying somebody's pretending to cry at a funeral is not mean. That's mean. They hated to spread gossip. Yes, they did. They couldn't stand it. Right, Amos? Meanwhile, Amos is just tearing up our bedroom. Because that's what he does best. Amos, where are you? Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Who's that?
That's Amy.
That's Amos. How old is Amos? Amos, are you 4?
I am 4.
I am 4. You going to school tomorrow? You going to school tomorrow? He looks sort of... You're going to go out on the porch. Okay, well, open the door. He looks a little bit messy. But we did go on the boat most of the day to Cape Lookout yesterday. Holy cow, it's so pretty. Anyway. Oh, look. There's Carlos Carrera. This is exciting. Okay. Nobody answered my question. Should I do these political speeches? Only the Democrats asked me. I don't care. If they're Democrats that I like, which clearly I do, right? Because I'm bipartisan. You're not mean, but you're funny as hell. Who is that? Thomas? Must have been Russell. He's avoiding me. Do not do the political speeches. You know, Armstead, I don't know. If I want to do it, if I want to support a candidate, I kind of wouldn't mind. Right? I don't get paid. I do like getting paid. I'm going to have to ask some of my informal political advisors. No, that's the thing. See, I want to do whatever I want to do. I don't want to do what anybody tells me I have to do or should do. Right? I'm just not deciding. I like women too. I mean, I don't like women to a point people are like, you should support women at all costs. And of course I had to reply with a post about women serial killers. I mean, at all costs, am I going to support them? They poison people. You're a progressive in a Republican Party. Ooh, that sounds fancy. Anyway, I'll think about that. Would you consider running for your local school board? I have thought about it. But you know, I don't think I'm going to this time. I am going to meet with a candidate, though, this week that's running that I really think I like. I'd like to support some candidates. If you're thinking of politics in the future, you should. It'll put you on the radar. However, Melanie, it will put me on the radar, and then someday somebody will come back and be like, she supported this candidate. But again, if I don't care, which I really don't think I care. But Lord knows I'm not going to be able to run for something in 10 years. You know why? Because there'll be too much crap to pull out on me. They'll have all this stuff I said. She was mean to Meghan McCain. Mean to women. Who knows what else I've done. She cussed at talks. God. Y'all can't get a feel for the disgustingness in here. Like 3 muffins stomped on the floor. Oh, this one I need a dog. I think I'll go borrow the neighbor's. Anyway, I hope y'all are going to have a good day. You can make a difference with your blog. I know, I think I can too. But don't expect too much of me. Especially this fall. I mean, be busy. And I'm not exactly married to someone who's supportive. No, I'm just kidding. He is supportive. But he also is sort of jealous. No, I don't know. He's not. The Lord, don't tell him that. He's so worried I might make more money than he does, that he makes him work harder. Oh, yeah, it's great. I need to start lying. Anyway, he is supportive. But it's a lot to own a business and then have your wife, abandon you to go speak at a political something. He was like, I think I could run. I would win. I was like, you could not win. If you're going to be a politician, you have to dedicate your whole life to politics. Or you have to have a very good social media presence. He does not have one. Though he could. Think how funny his blog would be. Actually, that might be a hidden, untapped source of fodder. Just like my dad, who I really wanted to do a live video with y'all and him, but he got his feelings hurt when I said that. He's got his mouth is shut. No teeth right there. That's where the straw goes. Ooh, all up in that grill. It's bad. Anyway. Carry on. Y'all enjoy your day with your family. I'm going to... Did we talk about the First Man movie? I don't know anything about that First Man movie. Is that something about the moon and pretending there was no flag up there? I don't know anything about that yet. Mr. Ed Deb. Yeah. Oh my God. It's like his worst nightmare to be known through me. But then he secretly kind of likes it. Until I make problems for hashtag don't be like Tim. Anyway, carry on, people. Watch out for sea life.